Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I'm so excited to be here. I have not filmed in a hot minute. Had Christmas break. I went to Maryland to see my husband for a couple weeks and just wasn't filming then. I've been sick, just things going on in life. So I'm really excited to be back here. I'm going to be filming my best in beauty for 2016. I've been seeing these videos going up all over YouTube and I love binge watching them. So I wanted to add to the YouTube community of Best of Beauty 2016. So I am going to be starting with eyes. I'm going to be breaking down my videos into different categories because it would just be way too long of a video if I put it all together. So just to kind of tell you a little bit about the series, I'm going to be talking about products that I discovered in 2016. So they may or may not be new. Some of them may be limited edition, you know, are not available anymore, but I loved them and so I want to talk about them. So each category is going to have 10 or less products because, you know, I had to put a limit on it somehow. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started talking about eyes. Eyes are like my favorite category of makeup. I love eyeshadow palettes. That's like my favorite thing. Eyeshadow is like, oh, it's so much fun to play with. So I actually have 4 eyeshadow palettes and 1 single eyeshadow that I'm going to share with you today. The first one I want to share with you was a limited edition palette. This is from Kat Von D. This is the Metal Matte palette. I did have a review of this. I don't think you can get it anymore. This was her holiday palette, but the shadows are just gorgeous. You have all of the colors you need for any kind of look, whether you want to do a colorful look, whether you want to do a neutral look, you can do any kind of look that you want with this. And this is like a very kind of inspirational palette that you can really have a lot of fun with. So I definitely loved this in 2016. Another very colorful limited edition palette that I loved. This may be my like top eyeshadow palette of 2016. It's kind of tied with another one. This is the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette from Urban Decay. It had mixed reviews, which surprises me because it's such a wonderful palette. Like every single shadow in here has worked wonderfully for me. I'm actually wearing this palette today and the only weak shade in here is this Dream On shade, and you can build it up with the glitter glue and just like packing it on and it's gorgeous. So I love this whole palette. Every look I've done with this has like turned out, and to me that's kind of the sign of a good palette is when no matter what combination you do, it works. And that's how this one was for me. And it's just, you know, it's Disney, so it's fun in that way. You've got colors, you've got neutrals, just really everything that you need. And some of these colors just really surprised me. In the pan, they don't look like anything special, but then when you put them on, it's like, ooh, that's pretty. Like Lily just looks like this kind of plain cream shade, but then you put it on and it's like this duochrome pinky purple gorgeous shade. So I absolutely loved this palette in 2016. Another palette that I loved in 2016, this is the one that's probably tied with the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. It's a palette that's probably no surprise to anyone, that everyone has been talking about all year long and again in their best of 2016, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. You can see that this is very dirty because it is a velvety type light pink cover that attracts fingerprints and eyeshadow and things like that. So that's not great, but what is inside is just fantastic. The brush is great. All of the shades are great. This is another one of those palettes that no matter what combination you put together, it works. And to be honest, when I first heard about this palette, when I first saw this palette, I was kind of like, those are not colors that interest me. I don't want to wear reds and like oranges. Like that's not going to look good. But honestly, like I think that this palette could look good on any skin tone, no matter what your shade preferences are. Like these are not shadows that I'm drawn to, that are my shade preferences, but I adore this palette. There's something very, very special about Anastasia's eyeshadow formula that I just love. It just goes on like butter. It is highly pigmented. It doesn't have fallout. It blends beautifully. It lasts all day and it stays vibrant all day. It's a beautiful palette and it's not limited edition, so that is fantastic. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this, it's still possible to do so, although I do know that it's sold out a lot because it is a popular palette. And the last palette that I loved in 2016, and actually probably the most used because I bought it at the beginning of 2016. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. This is my favorite of the chocolate bars. It's a pretty cool toned palette, so if you are fair skinned, this is probably going to be a fantastic palette for you. It's a fantastic palette for me. I love it. Every shade is really pretty. They all go together well. It's another one of those palettes that no matter what combination you put together, it's going to work. So I definitely loved this in 2016 and will continue to love it in 2017. The last eyeshadow that I want to share with you is actually an eyeshadow single, and this is the one that I got for free as my birthday gift from Urban Decay this year, and this is in the shade X, which is a gorgeous peachy gold kind of shift color, and I will go ahead and swatch that for you. It's such a gorgeous color, like all over the lids. If you want something really quick, you can just use your finger and put it on your lids and you're done. Like, it's so fast, so easy, and gorgeous. It looks like you spent a lot of time doing your makeup when you use this. I've also used it as a blush topper, kind of like highlighty sort of thing, and it looks really pretty that way as well. So loved this in 2016 and will continue to use it in 2017. And now just kind of some random eye things. First thing of the random things, this is the Pure Hydrogel Lift. It's like an under eye primer. And when I first saw this, I was like, what? Huh? Like, you put it on your, no, you put it under your eyes, but it's not an eye cream. It's like a kind of, it's a very cooling, lightweight gel sort of formula. Anyway, I was pretty skeptical about this product, but Ulta sent me a 25% off coupon for Pure, and I had been interested in trying it. It had really good reviews, so I went ahead and took a leap of faith and went ahead and purchased it. And I love this thing. You wouldn't think that you need a primer specifically for under your eyes, but it really does help lock your concealer in place. It's very, very cooling. It has caffeine in it, so it just makes the under eye area feel really hydrated and really good, and it's totally worth it. I will repurchase this when I run out, but I think it's going to last forever because you get quite a lot of product. I've been using this since the summer, and I still have that much left. So it's a beautiful product. I love it. I don't have anything else like it. So yes, definitely a favorite of 2016. Okay, next kind of eye favorite of 2016. This is something that surprised me. I have talked about it, I think, before in favorites or hauls when I was talking about what I was going to return. But this is a product that when I first bought it, I did not like it at all, and I was planning to return it. I bought it when it went for 50% off at the, I think it was at the end of a 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta, and that is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Brow Box. And that is what it looks like. On the inside, I'm going to show you the inside, but it's pretty gross because I do use this like all the time. You have a lighter and a darker brow powder, and then you also have the wax. So you put the wax on first and then do the brow powders, and then your eyebrows are set all day. This is the type of product I use when I want to fake good brows. I live in a small town now. There's only like one person in town who does eyebrows, and she's available on Tuesday during work hours, which obviously I can't do that. So I don't get to have my brows waxed very often anymore, and so I do have to fake it a lot, and this Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Brow Box has been fantastic. This was limited edition. You can't get it anymore, but I know that Urban Decay does have brow boxes. I'm sure it's the same formula and everything, so these are fantastic. Okay, next product I want to talk about is something that I actually discovered towards the end of 2016. I got a sample from Sephora in a different shade, and I absolutely loved it. So when that ran out, or right before that ran out, I went ahead and bought a full size in the black. That is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. And this is a very, very black. It stays all day. It doesn't like, you know, run or melt off your face. It doesn't like crumble up or get dry. It really stays in place all day, and it gives you such a fine, precise line. And I'm not good at a fine, precise line, and this does it for me. So I've been really happy with this. I use it almost every day, and it's easy. If you're not familiar with this kind of, you know, liquid liner, this one is easy to work with. So definitely a favorite for 2016, even though I did just get it. last product that I discovered and loved in 2016 was this mascara from Bare Minerals. This is the Flawless Definition Mascara. This is probably my third tube well, I guess now it's 2017, but it's my third tube in the last year after I discovered it. This is what the wand looks like. It's a very, very different from most mascaras that you see. It gives you a very nice definition. It separates your lashes. It lengthens your lashes. I wouldn't say that it gives you a lot of volume, but it's really good for everyday wear. And this is a mascara that I won't be without. Like, I have a couple of different mascaras for like different purposes, but this is the one that I always have to have like at all times because this is my everyday go-to mascara. So those are all of my best in eyes for 2016. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what things you loved for your eyes in 2016. If there's anything that I should check out in 2017. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.